It took a minute, but I did figure out what was wrong with this, and it was not anything that was hooked up to or how it was going through my interface. It had to do with some settings in OBS Studio. I completely forgot I stuck on some filters, some audio filters. Uh, I had a noise gate and a noise suppression filter, both on this microphone, which is probably what contributed to it cutting in and out. So those are gone now. Don't need any filters. Don't need to use that USB mic, but it's on standby just in case. So that was that. That's figured out and done, and it's great. Anyway, it's another Woot Wednesday. Um, this week. Let's see. Other than microphone, and I figured that out earlier today, so I didn't have a chance when I was off or anytime last week to check it out because I've been busy doing making my 2020 audio portfolio, which I'll switch the screen and show you what's been sucking up all my time. This right here. I had a hell of a time just modeling this. Nothing I was doing was working. So, and I wanted it inset, and I don't know if you can see it on here, but like right there, you can tell that the this is reflective a little bit. It's like it's on a screen. And then I got this lovely sparkly material, which scary node tree. Zoom out of this. Yeah, that was fun. Could I figure this out on my own? No. I spent a couple of hours today trying to hunt for glitter. Sparkly. Yeah. These are all the little nodes all hooked up, and I can change the color of it. Not over here, but in the principal BSDF and the emission. So I'm gonna like change this. I need to zoom in. Whoops. Hang on. Let me zoom in first. Where was I? Ah, crap. What did I click on? Was it the base color? No, it was something. Was I here? I don't remember. Let me Control Z real quick. Oops. Yeah, I've lost my mind. Yeah, scary node tree. I think it's the base color. I can change it. Yeah, base color. And then I'm gonna hover over this color and hit Control C. And then I'm gonna go to this emission shader and hit Control V. And then I'm going to, well, change it to a different color. Maybe. Why not yellow? I'm gonna go back to layout view, and you can see that it's kind of hideous, but I just did this a couple of hours ago and I haven't had a chance to really play with it, but I can zoom in on that, and then you can see all the little bits. And if I put on, I'm in rendered view right now. If I put it on look dev, it looks the same. Anywho, so that's fun. Now this over here is a material texture. I spent a couple of hours a couple of weeks ago. Beforehand, I made like in Reaper, I took the songs that I mixed this year and put them in there, and then chopped them up into 20-second bits, fade in, fade out, and made the audio waveform in a plugin called I don't remember what it was called. Visualizer? I just can't remember where. I don't remember where it was. I know it. Oh. Yeah, it's over here somewhere. Is it in the object? I don't have a clue anymore. I used it and forgot where it was. There it is. It's under the Scene Properties tab. Visualizer. You can audio path, create like whatever in here. This is a whole thing that if you were interested in looking up, you can. Just search for Visualizer, Bizaulizer, plugin for Blender. And that was all fun. So let me just undo all the color changes so I can go back to my sparkly silver and save this file and then go back to my full screen. Oh, yeah. While I was also doing that, I also made my own little shader ball. Yep, that was fun. As you can see, whoops, on here. Now there's a graph. I had seen this graph before in a shader ball that I had downloaded, but I didn't really like how the shader ball was. And I was like going, oh, maybe there's an image texture. Maybe I'll just grab that image texture from it. Come to find out, it wasn't an image texture. It is a grid texture or grid mesh with a text over top. So that was, as you see, I haven't been able to finish it yet. I started it last night and just typing numbers in was just like boring. So I didn't mess with that anymore. And I haven't gotten back to it either. So I'm going to go ahead and save this. And I'm going to close this out. That one's been saved, so I'm going to go back to my full screen. But yeah, that's what I did over my weekend. So let's see. As far as music is gone, not much of anything has happened because I've been spending all my time trying to get that Blender file set up properly and everything working. I still have to add artist name and song title in text off to the right and make that look all awesome, and then set it up to where I've got lights and camera movements and zooming here, there, and zooming that way. And as soon as I can get that figured out and all set up properly, I can get on with it and make the video. It shouldn't be too long of a video. See, there's only like 8 mixes, I think. I mean, I did more than that this year, but I didn't want to include the 2 competition tracks in there for reasons. So I'm just leaving it to the songs that I did that were released on Spotify and other streaming platforms, and the ones that I did inside of the Produce Like a Pro Academy. Those are the only ones I did. So there's only 8 times 20, 40. I can't math. It should be under like 4 minutes because I got an intro, credit outro, and all the stuff that's going to go on in between. So that takes care of that. Let's see. Trying to think what else has transpired in the last 7 days. Not a whole heck of a lot. I put a video out yesterday for Spitfire Audio Labs. So that was fun trying to figure that out because I haven't used Labs in forever, and yeah, trying to get back into doing that. doing plugin videos. I need to get back to doing the Reaper tips videos because, well, Reaper need to teach more about Reaper, so I need to start doing that again. And I'll probably do that after I shoot this one. Probably gonna go over the locking tracks because that is important. Because I've done it, I've shifted tracks not knowing it and screwed things up. Didn't realize it until somebody listened to it. It was like, hey, they don't sound like they're in the right spot. I'm like, what? And then I reloaded the tracks into a new Reaper tab and I was like, oh crap. Oh well, it happens. We all learn from our mistakes and that so we don't repeat them, but sometimes it happens. So I've been trying to keep up with locking my tracks so they don't get moved unless I need to move them, and then I make sure I select everything and drag them over because sometimes I want to add things in the beginning and I can't do that if they're all the way to the left. So that's always fun. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Last week was just at work was just a nightmare. People not doing what they're supposed to be doing before I get there, and it's like ridiculous, but that's every week. Let's see. I don't think there's a whole heck of a lot else going on aside from me screwing around in Blender trying to get stuff done. Made a whole bunch of different shaders because I'm trying to build myself a shader library. I suppose I could load one of those. Been recent. Surface library. You don't need to, oops. Trying to hit the keys over my coffee. Why is this being a pain in the bloody ass? All right, let me get out of into layout mode and go back to here. You can see these are a whole bunch of different materials that I've made over the last couple of months. A couple of these I made like in the last couple of days. Zoom in on it. That's a different sparkly one, but I'm not entirely happy with how that turned out. But I think that's the same. It's the same material. It's like this is a, can't remember what this is. If it's a isosphere or if it's a, yeah, that's an isosphere. This is also, I think, an isosphere. Yeah. And I tried it on a UV sphere with a subdivision surface and it still looked a little weird. I think the glitter is better for like flat surfaces and not like completely rounded like this or the way the mesh is. Let me tab into edit mode and show you. Yeah. That's because I applied the subsurf modifier. So that's a lot of verts. And I think you can almost tell like triangles right here. Like this is like a whole triangle area right there. It's just, yeah. Tab back out. But I made a bunch of stuff. That's supposed to be a bubble, but I haven't quite got that where I want it yet. That's concrete, a bubble, the glitter stuff, asphalt. This is a mirror, but in Eevee, the render engine in Blender, it does not do reflections very well because mirrors are supposed to reflect things that's in front of them. If I drag, oops, this in, well, hang on. If I drag it in front of it, go into front view, it's like not going to show up really well. It's gonna like not, it's not all that great at doing that. You have to add a whole other thing to get it to reflect the things in front of it, things in behind it, like an actual mirror would. So yeah, let me get out of this again and save this file and go back to my full screen, and I'll stop blathering on about Blender. But yeah, that's all what I've been doing this week, other than I need to get back to working on my site. I got to take new photos. My little, this thing sucks. I'm gonna have to start shooting with this because this does 1080p high res images. I've got the mounts for my tripod. I just need to find time to do it again, maybe next weekend, hopefully. But yeah, that's basically been all that I've been doing. I haven't really done, like I said earlier, haven't really been doing any kind of music or mixing or anything audio related other than like listening to music. Not working on it, but that's all what it's been. So, what have you been up to these last 7 days since we last met? Anyway, if you have any comments or questions, or if there's any videos about recording, mixing, Reaper, anything, let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.